Okay, so, last time on Midnight Club 3, we took on Spider, and as a result, Spider is now available to us as a customizable rider that we can use on whatever bike it is we have, whether it's a sports bike or whether it's a chopper. But anyway, so before I take on Caesar, I figure now might be the time for me to do a few changes. So, first of all, I'm going to change the paint job on my car because I reckon the gloss paint has basically run its course now, so I reckon it's time for me to go a bit more metallic with this thing. Yeah, that should do it. And I'm also going to put on some window tinting as well. And, you know, just to be diverse with this, I wonder how a yellow windshield looks. You know what, just because I'm being experimental, I'll give it a try. All of them? Oh, there's still more to do. You know what, this is fine. I'll keep it as it is. I won't change anything else. This car is fine now. So this is my new and vastly unchanged Lotus Esprit. And for one more thing I'll do here, I'll change the colour of the neon, just because I have not done that yet. Just to make this more diverse. Let's go with... yeah, why not? Okay, I think that's it now. I think that's pretty much everything we need. As I have now spent the last 7 minutes trying to make this thing look vastly unchanged compared to what it was before. But anyway, let's now go and chase after Caesar.
Alright, you got game? We all know that.
I'm sure you do, baby. And Caesar is the only one on the map, so I'm just gonna go after him. Because I can. Yeah. I keep forgetting how loud my TV is.
Another original writer looking for her 15 minutes. Do all you can do to deny her of that, Holmes.
I will get on with that, Oscar, once I have beaten Caesar.
Man, this guy has some serious connections to be driving around in one of those. Up until now, I only seen him at car shows. Where the hell did he get that thing?
I'd say he probably has either connections to McLaren or Mercedes, is what I believe. But anyway. My car is vastly unchanged altogether. I've only really made a few tweaks, and also included a dub badge on both the rear and the front, because, well, I'll be competing in the dub tournaments. I'm honestly amazed to say that they don't seem to be showing the red flare points anymore. But anyway, we are now taking on Caesar in his Mercedes SLR McLaren. Hopefully he will not totally kick my ass. And it looks as though everyone is driving Mercedes SLRs here. Okay, let's see how we do. Hopefully, if it's possible, I will not get totally ass-wiped. They were just wrecking all over me. There was nothing I could have done there. Okay, still in this, still in this, still in this. I'm still in this. I'm using nitrous right at the end, and I gotta be honest, that was pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. Working my way through those enclosed gaps, that was really hard, and it honestly felt like it was just literally just pushing my brains out. So Matt was second, Caesar completes the podium, Weian fourth, followed by Arnie, Mark, and then Boo finished in 7th and last.
Not bad, son.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, first race down, 2 races to go. As it took me 17 minutes of recording in order for me to get through that first one, and now we are doing Motor City. I really hope once I'm done with the next Street Racer that I get my level 2 performance upgrades for this car, because I may need those. The sponsors, by the way, I selected those at random. I figured it was time for me to put on something a bit more creative. Even then, of course, if the colour I chose with vinyl wasn't really that creative, but whatever. I don't care. Because the colour itself, it works for me. And that's all I really care about. no slipstream turbo, unfortunately. Haha! I beat the odds! And I managed to keep my car under control as well. Believe it or not. And slipstream turbo keeps me in the game. Now I just have to hope I can go after the leader. Okay. Now we've got a right-hander, and making sure that my odds are good, and I turn too soon. Am I surprised about that? No. And using zone because I fear I'll be in trouble again if I don't. That's what I thought was going to happen. Thankfully, however, I avoided it. And now, I think we just have a few more checkpoints to go now. I'm going to assume there's a shortcut somewhere around here. Although it doesn't matter, because I hold on for the win. Over Boo, Caesar, Arnie, Mayo, Wayan, and Nick.
Remember who taught you everything you know? Me!
Oscar, you sound just like baby. Whatever. We've done 2 races now, and it's now time for me to get my replay. The first replay I have of me and my newly liveried Lotus Esprit. I could have just as easily worked my way through these street racers here in Detroit using either the Dodge Charger or the Chevy Corvette, but nonetheless, I still feel like the Lotus is here to serve its purpose, and I'd say I've managed to give myself some decent matchups here so far, which I reckon is a good thing. But anyway, we continue. Yeah, that was the point where I just didn't quite get the slipstream turbo. I came close, but I just didn't quite have it in the end. Until that point, I think it was. Although, I can definitely say the slipstream turbos can be very effective if you use them correctly. And, in all honesty, I feel like I've done that my way. Nonetheless. Which is one thing that I believe does not deserve to be understated. Yeah, if I didn't use zone there, I probably would have gone straight into that building, knowing that my car made contact and then it would have just basically speared straight into the building. Like I just would have had almost no chance to avoid the building in front of me. So zone is definitely helpful in those regards. Oh yeah, and Caesar rules. It also helped knowing that Caesar literally just darted straight into the pillar and then it basically just broke his steering after that. Which in all honesty I think helped me. But anyway, doesn't matter because I win. 2 races down, 1 race to go, with Caesar, as we are now doing Belly of the Beast, and none of the races I have done with Caesar have been circuit races. They've all been ordered races, which is interesting. But anyway. I might consider putting on the spinner rims once I'm once I'm done with the 2 tournaments in Atlanta. I think that's one thing that might be on my mind once I'm done with those. But either way, I'm okay for now because I'm still keeping myself in the thick of it. You know what? I'm gonna follow this guy. Oh, and someone just went straight into the pillar. Anyway. It's okay, because I am right behind the leader. Using zone to get myself out of an awkwardly placed position, and so far so good. As I almost go straight into the pillar again because of traffic that I simply could not avoid, as much as I constantly try to avoid it. But I know I'm not going to avoid it all. And traffic is not being very helpful at the moment. This definitely feels like I'm in the mouth of a tiger. Haha! You thought I was going to miss it, but I didn't. Ha! Take that, Caesar. Now this should be my win for the taking, hopefully. As long as the guy behind me doesn't get the SST. I just beat him. Ha! Suck on that, Caesar. Anyway. A 4/10 margin of victory over Boo. Nick was 3rd, and Caesar finished in 4th. Like I said, suck on that, Caesar. As I am now up to 108,500 credits. And apparently there is a series of events called By Invitation Only. I wonder if we're going to get a cutscene after this. And we have now got some more rims added to our garage, which I'll probably never use, unless they're spinners. Anyway, let's continue. I got the replay already, so let's move on. I think there's going to be a cutscene now. Anyway, let's move on.
Wow! You must be a damn good actor. Because nobody's figured out you're a punk. Hey, I gotta give you credit. Those show-offs at By Invitation Only, they seem pretty impressed. I work on a lot of those chumps' cars. Dumb rich kids mostly, but hey, they can drive fast. And they want to hang out with you. So go on. And, Mr. Big Time, don't embarrass me.
Vince, I will do my best not to embarrass you. Because I really want that Lamborghini.
You ain't gonna want Mr. Detroit Autocross Tournament player. Just you against the clock, man. Come on.
I will consider doing that once I get myself a Class A car, because I figure that's what the case is going to be. But anyway, we are now just over halfway there with this game now. And the next guy we have got to race against is Kiyoshi. And then hopefully once we are done with him or her, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but anyway. we will be taking on Kiyoshi next. So, Caesar has now been busted, and next time we will be taking on Kiyoshi, here in Detroit.